inside the Niger Delta.
Governor Henry Dickson recently made good his promise to hold local and international oil majors operating in Bayelsa State accountable for their environmental pollution activities in all affected communities with the inauguration of an International Commission of Inquiry on Environmental Degradation in Bayelsa State. Governor Dickson at the epoch-making event, which is part of the ongoing #Rise for Bayelsa campaign, observed that for the first time in history, the international community will be compelled to take a stand on the age-long environmental genocide in Bayelsa State and other parts of the Niger Delta.
The International Commission of Inquiry into the degraded state of crude oil impacted communities in Bayelsa State has as its chairman the Archbishop of York, Dr. John Tuka Sentamu. Other members of the commission are former President of Ghana, Mr. John Kufuor, and other renowned scholars and experts from across the globe. Among assignments given to members of the commission are to investigate the environmental, health and socio-economic, cultural and human damage caused by local and international oil companies operating in Bayelsa State. They are also expected to undertake a comparative analysis and assess the sustainability and effectiveness of existing mechanisms for oil exploration activities in Bayelsa State to determine whether they conform with international best practices. In line with its terms of reference, the Commission will determine appropriate measures to hold defaulting parties responsible and accountable for their actions. Governor Dickson, who expressed confidence in the Commission's ability to carry out its assignment, emphasized that it was high time his government took steps to protect the environment, which is the first inalienable right of the people.
And we hope and pray that at the end of this work, the outcome and findings and recommendations will at least prick the conscience of the world that has for so long preferred to look the other way, while the depopulation of the environment and the devastation of communities and livelihoods in the Niger Delta continues.
In setting up the International Commission of Inquiry into the degraded state of the environment on account of decades of environmentally unfriendly practices of oil companies operating in Bayelsa State, Governor Dickson relied on Section 2(1) of the State Commission Inquiry Law. He enjoined all companies and impacted communities to cooperate with the Commission in the cause of carrying out its assignment.
I would like on this note also to call for cooperation by all operating companies, be they local or international. I want to use this opportunity also to call for cooperation and partnership by various community leaders, youth leaders, because I understand that in the course of this work, my Lord and members may have cause to visit our rural communities, visit the creeks, and see things for yourselves and interact with those who are the victims.
Chairman of the Commission, Dr. Sentamu, pledged the commitment of his team to overcome all hurdles that may arise in the course of their investigation.
There is an East African saying, maybe it is also true in Nigeria, but I don't know, that when a tiny little toe is hurting, the body bends down to attend to that little toe. The people of this state have been hurting and would like the whole global community to bend its energy to attend to the difficulties what oil spillage has done to this particular place. So we're not just wanting to say, well, the Commission will do this bit, but we're calling on the whole international community not to look away.
The constitution of an International Commission of Inquiry to investigate cases of environmental despoliation in Bayelsa State is for most Bayelsans a laudable step taken by Governor Dickson to enthrone environmental justice in the cradle of crude oil exploration and exploitation in Nigeria.
The caliber of persons that are in the commission are people with a wealth of experience and are reliable, are people who have a history of results.
The Commission of Inquiry immediately swung into action shortly after its inauguration with a visit to some oil-impacted communities in Bayelsa State. It has 9 months to develop a new legal framework that ensures accountability in the operations of oil companies and provide an action plan for adequate compensation of impacted communities and individuals. The outcome of the Commission's investigation is also expected to come up with modalities on how to clean up polluted sites and restore the despoiled environment back to its full productive health.
Everything are dying. The whole fish has gone.
From that very good health, we are now sickly.
Oil is not supposed to be on the surface. Oil is supposed to be inside the pipe.
For them, it is business. But for us, it is our livelihood, our lives, our children, and our future.
Inside the Niger Delta.